So I was minding my own business today, getting ready to film the second half of a video that I have coming soon about how to use Instagram for your small business. And my parents snapped me out of nowhere and they were like, have you heard of Mimi Groves? Do you know the story? I said, no, I haven't heard about it. So before I get further into it, I figured, let me just turn on the camera. Let me go to the actual New York Times article. Oh, New York Times, great. Let me go to the New York Times article that started all of this BS. It's already starting out not great. A racial slur, a viral video, and a reckoning. A white high school student withdrew from her chosen college after a 3-second video caused an uproar online. The classmate who shared it publicly has no regrets. No regrets. Right off the bat from the beginning, I love it. To read more stories on race from the New York Times, sign up here for our race/related newsletter. They have a whole section about race. Everyone has to have a section about race. Every media company, every commentator person, there has to be stories about race. All right, Leesburg, Virginia. Jimmy Galligan was in history class last school year when his phone buzzed with a message. Once he clicked on it, he found a 3-second video of a white classmate looking into the camera and uttering an anti-black racial slur. The slur, he said, was regularly hurled in classrooms and hallways throughout his years at the Loudoun County School District. He had brought the issue up to teachers and administrators, but much to his anger and frustration, his complaints had gone nowhere. So he held on to the video, which was sent to him by a friend, and made a decision that would ricochet across Leesburg, Virginia, a town named for an ancestor of the Confederate General Robert E. Lee, and whose school system had fought in order to desegregate. Okay, right off the bat again, everything is so sensationalized and like extra. They have to talk about how Leesburg, Virginia, the name of the town, it was named after an ancestor of the Confederate General Robert E. Lee, and the school system fought in order to desegregate. When was that? 50 years ago? Get to the point. I don't care that you want to sensationalize that, what is this, a town with a racist history? Please. Quote, I wanted to get her. Galligan said, quote, I wanted to get her where she would understand the severity of that word. Mr. Galligan, 18, whose mother is black and father is white, said of the classmate who uttered the slur, Mimi Groves, he tucked the video away, deciding to post it publicly when the time was right. That right there is a bitch move if I've ever seen one. That sounds like someone who's a sociopath, psychopath, and this is before I'm even really seriously looking into this story. The fact that you want to get her where she would understand the severity of that word. That right there shows that you're calculating. It's like vengeance or revenge of some sort. It's like you're holding on to something, harboring it, letting it fester, and then you're gonna make sure that you put it out there, post it publicly when the time was right. That's fucked. That's really fucked. Look at him with his flouncy sweater and his little wreaths of flowers behind him. Those look like some fake flowers on the door. He's got mismatched earrings on. He probably felt, whoever took this, Alyssa Shukar from the New York Times, went to Virginia to take pictures of him. He probably felt like hot shit. Look at him holding his phone. He's like, yeah, I fucked that bitch's life up. He just reeks of, look at me. Please give me attention because look at what I did. I made a statement, didn't I? All right, anyway, Miss Groves had originally sent the video in which she looked into the camera and said, I can drive, niggers, to a friend on Snapchat in 2016 when she was a freshman and had just gotten her learner's permit. It later circulated among some students at the Heritage High School where she and Mr. Galligan attended, but did not cause much of a stir. Mr. Galligan had not seen the video before receiving it last school year when he and Miss Groves were seniors. By then, she was a varsity cheer captain who dreamed of attending the University of Tennessee. Okay. The next month, as protests were sweeping the nation after the police killing of George Floyd, Miss Groves, in a public Instagram post, urged people to protest, donate, sign a petition, rally, do something in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. You have the audacity to post this after saying the N-word, responded someone whom Miss Groves says she didn't know. Her alarm at the stranger's comment turned to a panic as friends began calling, directing her to the source of a brewing social media furor. Mr. Galligan, who had waited until Miss Groves had chosen a college, had publicly posted the video that afternoon. Within hours, it had been shared to Snapchat, TikTok, and Twitter, where furious calls mounted for the University of Tennessee to revoke its admission offer. By that June evening, about a week after Mr. Floyd's killing, teenagers across the country had begun leveraging social media to call out their peers for racist behavior. Some students set up anonymous pages on Instagram devoted to holding classmates accountable, including in Loudoun County. Consequences were swift. Over the next 2 days, Miss Groves was removed from the university's cheer team. She then withdrew from the school under pressure from admissions officials, who told her that they had received hundreds of emails and phone calls from outraged alumni, students, and the public. So when this video got posted publicly, she's like, what, 18 or 19? The video is from when she was 15. So that makes her, what, either 3 or 4 years younger than the age now where she's trying to go into college and stuff like that. For a whole year, he'd been holding it in his phone, just waiting for the time to fuck her over. Just to keep things very simple, I'm black, white, Native American, okay? So just like Galligan, I have black and white in me, and I cannot believe that this flamboyant gay, well, I don't know if he's gay, but I'm gonna assume that he's gay, or he just seems like a very, being a born and raised New Yorker and being surrounded by gays my entire life and having all of my main best friends be gay boys, being a mixed New Yorker surrounded by gays, my mom was surrounded by gays her entire life. She was also in the performing arts field. My parents and I, we are a multi-generational, very accepting, very well-rounded group of people, okay? So being around a lot of flamboyant gays in New York City throughout my entire life, it honestly doesn't surprise me that this Galligan would do some shit like this. Say he's bisexual, say he's pansexual, say whatever, because there's 50,000 sexualities, right? He might be whatever. It's literally, but it's his type who will do shit like this and who will harbor things and bring things up and throw them out at you a few years later when you know you're gonna cause the most damage. Obviously, yes, there are non-gays, there are completely straight people, there are females, there are people who do stuff like this. But just now, it's like seeing this whole situation, seeing the content of Mimi's video too, the way that it's getting blown out of proportion, he's literally just taking whatever he can get to try, and I genuinely believe he's doing it for himself. He's virtue signaling. Can't even talk straight. It's getting me so angry. Virtue signal. I can't even say it. Pepper, are you good? He is so just virtue signaling and grasping at straws, and he's definitely just going into this knowing that he's gonna get attention for it. He's gonna, you know, wreck her life for whatever reason. Who knows what personal situation there might be. Maybe he just wants her to not be happy. Maybe he's just a bitter fuck. It's such a blatant case of virtue signaling, and I'm holier than thou. I'm putting out someone who's, look at how bad she is. In case you don't know what virtue signaling is, let me just find the exact definition, because I don't even want to try and give my own explanation. Virtue signaling, the action or practice of publicly expressing opinions or sentiments intended to demonstrate one's good character or the moral correctness of one's position on a particular issue. That's exactly what he is doing. He posted this with the intent of causing damage to her and trying to prove, look at me, you know what? This girl posted about Black Lives Matter. She's fake. She's not. She must be bullshitting, because look at what she said 3 years ago. But boy, this is not it. She's 15, so extremely immature and underage. It was shared privately, just to one person or to whoever. Say it was shared to 10 people. That's still such a tiny group of people on her personal Snapchat. Nigger is a racist word, but it's in every hip-hop song, every rap song that all these white kids are listening to and that they love. They are not saying this stuff from a racist point of view. In a way, I understand it's worse than just singing along to a rap song and saying the N-word because, oh, you know, the baby said it, Cardi B said it. Why is Cardi B able to say it, by the way? Is she black? I don't think so. Is French Montana black? I don't think so. Is Tekashi 6ix9ine black? But just because you're a minority in the rap world, you're able to say it. So that's a different situation for another day though. But all these young white kids who are, say, 13 to 21, they are the main ones like funding all of this N-word shit. It blows my mind when I see clips of like an audience full, it's like a sea of white kids at a hip hop or a rap concert, and they still censor themselves in those concerts. They are paying anywhere from $40 to $200 whatever dollars to go to this concert, to pay and support and promote and give love to these rappers and shit, and they can't even sing the word in a song. And it's a whole sea of white kids, and instead of saying, yeah, in the song they have to say, yeah, boy. We are in such a politically correct, watch what you say type of society where you can't even sing along to a song that you paid for on iTunes or you bought the album or whatever. You're paying now to go to their concert, or you're singing it alone in your car even. But if it's on video and other people see it, they will make the biggest shit show out of it. Why is anyone even glorifying this guy? He's already putting it in quotes that he was waiting for the right time and that he wanted to get her where she would realize the severity of the word. When is the right time? Wouldn't the right time be as soon as you receive the video? If you want to try and screw up someone's life and show her the severity of the word and whatever, you have a video in your hands now, a year ago, whatever. When you first receive it, that's when you should bring it to someone. Look, I have this video. Do you see what she said a couple years ago? Is anyone seeing this? But the fact that you're gonna wait and hold on to it until everyone's older, more mature, probably grew out of that phase or whatever, grew out of the immaturity of trying to be cool and trying to be silly and funny and trying to say something like that on camera. Do you think, obviously, by 18, 19 years old, I don't think she's saying that anymore. At least, especially not in a video to send to people. That is a stupid 15-year-old teenager type of move. The fact that you're holding on to something for the right time just shows that you're not in it for the right reasons. You're not trying to stop racism. You're not trying to prove to these white kids that they shouldn't be saying it. As soon as you received it, if you are so outraged, you should be putting it out there to make the school get her into trouble. Her age, the usage of the word, the context of like where it was sent, and like I said, just the usage of it, it's not being used in a derogatory sense and it's not being directed at a person. It's being said in a funny, stupid way about, wow, I can drive, niggas, calling your friends that. It's like a commonplace thing for these young kids to say. You are not a racist, and I know it. You are she had like a black song playing in the background. So she's probably driving around, whipping it, listening to some Jay-Z or something, you know what I mean? You're gonna say these funny, stupid little things because you're a teenager and you're being dumb. They are so immature. So what do you expect from a generation of kids who live with this music? It's ingrained in them. It's pumped out on the radio. It's on YouTube. They love the videos. They love the fashion. They love the song itself. The fact that he calculated and held on to the video for a whole year before putting it out there, that already right there just completely discredits him in my mind. And for the New York Times and whoever else that he shared it to, that already right from the start would make me view him in a certain light and just completely discredit him. I don't know, he seems like he has like a chip on his shoulder. All the pictures I see of him, the way he poses himself, he's very like I said, I haven't read it officially. Is he gay or not? Is he bi? Is he pan? Is he pan? Is he a pot? Is he whatever? I would have never in a million years given him the opportunity to be photographed by a New York Times photographer and to have his quotes being put into a New York Times article. But then again, New York Times is trash. So it's like, they like to sensationalize this stuff. Everything has to be about race. Everything has to be a big deal and this and that. So I guess it goes with their agenda. But if you want to be reasonable, if you want to be a reasonable human being, a reasonable American with common sense, and you look at the entire situation, you could see that this girl did not deserve this backlash. Now, everything related to her name is going to be about this story, and he knew that going into it, and he knows that moving forward now there's something on the internet about his name. Does he have any skills? I don't know. Let me find him on TikTok and Instagram now that and see, we're all giving him what he wants, which sucks. But I opened TikTok and let's find him. Is he serving us good makeup? Is he serving us nice fashion? What talent does he have?
I'm James. I'm 17. And I'm pretty sure I'm a psychopath.
That quote is from a scene from The End of the Fucking World, a Netflix show that I really love. It's very metaphorical and very funny that on December 19th,
And I'm pretty sure I'm a psychopath.
did I not say that he's a psychopath, sociopath? The top comment, this didn't age well. Oh boy, it didn't. No, it did not. Who does he look like? Doesn't he look like Jussie Smollett? Smollett? Jussie did the same thing. Like, he didn't do the same thing, but you know what I mean. Some sort of race baiting incident. Why is always that type of guy that does it? And Jussie's gay too. Oh! And he could have got popular for the right reasons, but that's the thing. This is his 15 minutes of fame. And the thing is, it's gonna be over in about a month or so, or even less, who knows. With the new year coming around like 2 days from now, he's gonna be in the back of people's minds for a few days, and then he's gonna be down the toilet. So I wish Jim Bob would have realized that it's not worth it. Was it worth it? You ruined her life. You didn't get anywhere. You didn't stop racism. You're not stopping kids from saying the N-word. So all you did was ruin her college career. And you know what? She's gonna recuperate and make it. She's gonna be fine. He is probably on such a high right now. He probably feels like he smoked the fattest blunt in all of Virginia. He's probably the highest in the room, higher than Travis Scott himself. But the crash and burn that comes after being so high, like I said, he has no talent or anything to offer moving forward. So it's like, yeah, you got this attention, and you might have a few people, say 10% or 20% out of the 100% pie of all the people who know this story. Say you have 10 or 20% of people who are on your side and think that you did a good thing. But what are they gonna want from you or support you with moving forward? You're not giving us anything. So it's like, you kind of did all this for no reason. All in all, I don't even want to go on more and more about this. I'm not gonna watch any more of his TikToks. So anyway, I said a bunch of unpopular opinions during this entire video probably, and for all of you 10 people who are seeing it, let me know in the comments down below, do you agree? Whose side are you on? If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up down below. If you didn't enjoy this video and you disagree with me, please also give it a thumbs down, and please sound off in the comments down below, because it definitely helps my videos to blow up, you know? If you want to see any future videos of mine, then hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell. This is kind of a big thing for me to talk about, because even though I'm obviously not a popular YouTuber yet, but for me to talk about like the N-word and something that's such a hostile, weird situation, I have not talked about anything political on any of my social media. But at a certain point, like, I'm tired of it. I can't believe all this touchiness and the political correctness. It's a never-ending cycle, and no one's gonna get anywhere if this type of stuff keeps happening. So anyway, Happy New Year to everyone. Happy holidays in general. I hope everyone's staying happy, healthy, and safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.